Hi, Tom Hobden calling once more with Dance, Digital and Participation. I hope you've been finding these episodes really interesting. I know that I've been really enjoying talking to each one of my friends, learning a little bit more about what they do and how they're doing it and how they're also bringing digital into this kind of new life that we're living at the moment. So we're on episode 3 today and we are talking to Rebecca Evans of the Pell Ensemble. She is a fascinating lady and has been doing this for quite some time, so really has a detailed way of getting into it, which I hope you're going to enjoy learning about. So let's just jump straight in, shall we? So I thought we'd just jump straight in. This is the wonderful Rebecca Evans of Pell Ensemble, and I just hope, Rebecca, that you would just tell us a little bit about you and about what you're up to at the moment.
Yeah, so I'm the artistic director and choreographer for Pell Ensemble, and we've been working with digital and dance for about the last 7 years. And recently, especially over the last 3 years, that's gotten to be more into interactive spaces, whether that be an audience on tablets changing the dance sound and projection in the space, or through AR walking tours of a city high street. And it's also led us into using technology as a co-collaboration tool with our audiences and also with participants, which has been really exciting. And alongside that performance work, we also do engagement work, a program that we've been developing over the last 3 years, which is called Dance and Coding. And this program uses movement to teach computing, especially at Key Stage 2 and Key Stage 3 in schools. We use it also in other environments as a collaboration tool and to kind of help, especially I think dancers and choreographers who are coming from a movement background, maybe access some of the language around working with someone who's a creative technologist and a coder as well. And that program, especially for us, is around diversifying the future of the tech and digital force, because at the moment, that is mainly predominantly one voice that is coding and writing our digital future, and we feel really strongly that that needs to be a diverse voice that includes all of us. So this program really hopefully helps to do some of that.
That's awesome. And then can I ask, how did you just get started? I mean, have you always been a techie person or yeah, what?
No, I think from the beginning of making work, I was really interested in how technology was shifting us, shifting our society, the systems within it, our souls, and how we were interacting with each other. So that was actually where I started looking first and making work even without technology, but about technology. Okay. And then that led me into starting to have conversations with people who worked with technology and understanding some of the possibilities and the storytelling possibilities and incorporating tech and what that meant for maybe creating more depth in what you wanted to talk about by using the tool or the system that you were talking about itself to examine it.
And so been talking in the other interviews just about this time and the fact that lots of dance artists have been kind of thrown this digital curveball. And I just wondered what your thoughts are about it. You've been doing this for a while now, so maybe there's no surprises. I don't know.
I think there is still the surprise of not being able to gather with bodies in a space together. Okay. That still is at like the heart of the practice, where whether the audience sees that through virtual or real means, the gathering of those bodies together, I think I'm definitely missing. But I think some of the actually some of the human-centered design work that we did with Emma and that she helped me do over the last year within the company, Emma McFarland, and has helped me to, so we got a really generous commission actually by Waltham Forest Council to do a project over this time with council residents and also with 10 commissioned artists. And that having done some deeper co-collaboration works, and human-centered design-led processes, I think has really helped me to be able to shape this project, which involves sending people projections, videos that we created actually about a year ago about change. And we send those to people, and then they create their own kind of duets with those projected bodies in their space. And so that has, part of that process has included like an onboarding where we ask people questions about themselves and to reflect and to gather information from them before we send them their own unique instructions that then they create with in the space and create the images and videos that we'll get back. And then we'll share that online. And also there's kind of a survey at the end of that process to kind of ask them what their experience was and how they might see this being shared in a live space when we can be in that space.
Wow, that's so
Yeah.
rich,
Yeah.
in this moment of having all of that. And in the talk, I spoke about the idea that that there's a digital art shop, and it's like the tools that you can add and use to it aren't, at the heart of everything is still dance. It's not a gimmick at the end of the day.
Yes. And I think that what I've really enjoyed, like I think it has been so rich in a very different way than I think if this took place within a studio.
Okay.
And I think part of that is the time that all the artists and the residents have had to reflect while they've been making or while they've been responding to our questions, while we've been responding to their onboarding. And it's a very private reflection that has allowed for, a really different richness and actually a way for me to get to know the artists in a way that I don't know if I would have if we were actually in the studio together.
Oh, that's great to hear, because I think a lot of people talk about disconnection with this kind of sort of place, and actually you're talking about an even stronger one then.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, of course, we miss being together, and, but I think, it's a process that I wonder about using even before a rehearsal process when we're in the space together again, so it's maybe something to carry through as something for the future, I think.
Oh, brilliant. So I'm going to push this on one more. So it's the top tips that you have to entering dance and the digital world, and that could be anything from equipment to collaborators to anything you can think of. So what are your top tips?
I think use the networks that are around and don't be shy to ask people about recommendations. I think really especially within digital dance, people are really generous and really want to share their experiences. So finding people that can point you to those right creative technologists is really good. Don't be afraid to go in spaces where you're the only dance person. I think I spent a lot of time going to things like MozFest or like technology conferences that I knew nothing, but just wandering around asking questions. And then also sometimes you'll find the people that also are interested in what you're doing as well. I think my other two are understand IP and contracts.
Okay.
And really have those conversations up front with people. And the third is to know that the process will be different. Don't expect to do it in 4 weeks in the studio. Allow space for time with tech, time with the dancers, time with both.
Yeah, I totally agree. You can't assume that what you would usually do in the dance world is going to match up. In fact, I would dare to say double, treble, quadruple the time and space that you're going to need around it. Yeah, lovely. I've asked everybody this, and I'm hoping you'll say yes. But if people want to get in contact with you, Becca, how can they do that? Where can they get in touch?
Yeah, so if you go to pellensemble.com, my email's there. It's pellensemble@gmail.com. It's very, very straightforward. Happy to have a chat. And if I don't know it, I'll send you to somebody who does.
That's amazing. So we're going to put all the links below for all of those different bits. But thank you so much, Becca. And that's us over and out.
Thanks, Tom.
Another really great interview there with another load of set of answers and thoughts around kind of dance and digital and, how we can join this all together. As Becca said, there's some details below for her website and her email and ways to get in contact. So please do just reach out to her. I think we've got a seriously experienced person there. So if you're thinking something really kicked off for you, you would like to get in touch, I would strongly recommend doing that. As ever, can I please ask you to subscribe to the page or like the video, or even turn on your notifications to make sure you can get all of these videos as they keep coming up. That'll be really helpful. I'm hoping and praying that my subscribers are going slightly up from where they were, but who knows? You've got to keep putting out in the world and seeing what kind of comes back from it. If you want to get in touch with us, then please do. Again, all of Unit's links are just down below. I'm always going to be saying this: everybody dancing every day. Have you danced today? I'll be checking. Otherwise, this is Tom Hobden over and out, and look forward to seeing you at episode 4.